Hello, welcome to the Masocast. My name is Bjorn, and I'm the guy who does movies on this particular channel. Hello. With me, I've got two of my friends who I've known for a while, and we're rebooting a
Yeah,
podcast we used to do forever ago called
it's the
Masocast.
typical white boy. I have a pastime and I have a microphone. Let's see where this goes.
Yes, yes.
I feel so called out,
Uh,
but I find solidarity in the fact that you're just like me.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. Okay, so why don't you two introduce yourselves? Because they know me, they don't know you.
Well, you see, I'm Sam, and the guy with the deep voice is Eggman.
What?
We call him Don.
From the hit film Sonic
Actually,
2.
no, it's about eggs.
I know what you're talking about now.
We'll get into that later.
Yeah,
We'll get into that
into
story
that.
time.
Yeah.
So why don't you guys actually introduce yourselves? Like, tell them. a bit
I
about
said
yourselves.
I'm Sam.
Yes.
I'm so abnormally and intensely terrifyingly normal
Yeah.
that it's really unsettling.
He's
Yeah,
6
it's weird that
foot.
you hang out with us.
Yeah, he's 6 feet tall, pretty thin, pretty fit. He's pretty much into anything. Will respect any hobbies, ladies, if you're interested.
I'm so aggressively average looking.
Hold on, Don. I have to stop you there. I've looked at my channel analytics, dude. Like, only 5% of my viewers are women, and I'm pretty sure they
Exactly.
stick around.
I'm doing God's work here, man.
Pretty sure they're not
Let
interested.
me cook. Let me cook for the boy. Let me cook
Let
for
him
the
cook.
booty.
Let them
Yeah,
cook.
why
Okay,
are you-
you can cook, Don. You can cook.
Bro, why are you trying to turn Sam into Sneeko? Come on, man.
Okay, that's true. That's true. That's a good point.
This
Trying to do that.
podcast is brought to you by Shiner Bach and Subway.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn, I
that's
haven't had
the
dinner.
sponsor. Oh my god, what a podcast!
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, this is what happens when we fly by the seat
Okay,
of our
okay.
pants.
So why don't we start? So we used to do this podcast forever ago, a long time ago, and we stopped doing it because we got a life, and now
Yeah.
we're back because we don't have lives.
No, we very much still do have
Hey, fuck
lives.
you, I work.
Arguably,
Some of
Sam
us.
and I have more lives now than when we first started, and you too.
That's actually probably me too. So I think today we're just gonna kind of go down the greatest hits stories we've told on this podcast previously that are super embarrassing. Specifically about me, there's some really bad ones here, and Dawn and Sam has some. So we're just gonna kind of run down the greatest hits, and then just do our basic segments.
Get a feel for our characters so that we just don't seem like complete strangers the next time we decide to do an episode.
Yep, in 5
Yeah.
years.
So, let's talk about, Grayson, the first time we met.
Yeah,
Because
so I think
first
that's
time
a
me
good
and Dom
starting
met was
point,
kind of normal.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Yeah, me. Not
The
so
first time
much.
you and I met was...
So me and Sam were college roommates. That's all I'll say. I won't say what college or anything like that. But we were roommates. So I walked into the room, and this is years ago. So I'm trying to remember the exact details.
Oh, no, I walked in on you.
Okay, so you
because-
walked in on me. I was
Yeah,
bored out of my mind already because we were in the middle of a flood.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it was flooded outside. So we
Yeah,
were
it was
trapped
pretty bad.
inside together, which
For a
probably helped.
week.
I don't think we would have really hung out if not for that. Because I'm super introverted.
Yeah. Yeah, the first question I asked was, hey, do you like memes?
And I said, yeah. And then I replied, well, hold on, let me lay the groundwork for what my headspace was like. 'Cause there needs to be some explanation for why I behaved the way I did in this circumstance. So my parents had, at the time, I was really introverted. They had made a push. They were like, you gotta be outgoing. You've got to make an effort to make friends, Grace, and yada yada yada. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go in with the right mindset. I'm gonna make friends. So Sam says, hey, you like memes? And I'm like, oh my god, I do like memes. I can play this game. I can approach Sam on his level. So I had just seen Cool Cat Saves the Kids.
Now, to go to the other side of that, I was a 3-star football recruit, and memes to me were like stuff I saw on Instagram or Twitter. Completely different level.
I was a terminally online neckbeard at the time. I think it's a fairly accurate depiction of me.
I had a 6-pack.
Yep.
Sam
It's
had a
gone
6-pack. He was a Chad. I ruined him. It really did. It was bad. I was a
We all
horrible
collectively
influence on
gained
Sam.
so much weight living together. It was so bad.
Oh yeah, well I mean to be fair, when we order weekly stoner pizzas that are the
Oh,
size of our
shit,
like,
the
Dude,
stoner
y'all,
pizza was so
y'all remember
nasty.
when I had nothing but Yoo-Hoos in my fridge and Oreos?
Oh,
Oh my
disgusting.
And
God.
I had that for an entire month. Or no, Yoo-Hoos and Cosmic Brownies were like half of my daily calorie intake.
Okay, hold on, wait. We'll get to that because we're gonna get to
Yeah.
Afghanistan later. Let me
Oh.
focus in on. Let me focus in on the first time I met
I
Sam.
forgot we called it that.
So Sam is just as far as I know, Sam is normal. So actually, some more precursor. We like dating profiles. Be your roommates. This is like not a joke. It was something they made us do. And I was able to look.
Oh
at
yeah,
Sam's,
that's right.
And it mentioned that you smoked, or you had said that you were open to smoking, or something like that. And my mom freaked the fuck out. Like she was like, "Oh my God, Grayson, you're gonna be roommate with a smoker. Oh my God."
It wasn't even that. It
Oh my
was like
God.
very comfortable or not comfortable at
Yeah,
all.
yeah, it was
and I was
something
like right in the
super
middle,
non-
like I don't care.
It was not a thing.
That
It was not a thing. And so I was like, oh my God, I don't really care, because as long as he's not smoking in the room, I could give a shit less. Like, right, I don't care.
We had like a 95% compatibility though.
Yeah,
It's
we
kind
were
of wild.
bizarrely compatible for like who we actually were. Like, not compatible, I would say.
Ship it.
No,
Shut up.
shut
No,
the
still my
fuck up,
OTP. I ain't going front.
Don. No, but my point is like me and Sam weren't not that similar at the time. I would have
Not
said.
at all.
Now we're pretty
No.
similar. We're more similar than we were. So, anyway, so Sam has just introduced himself. I know nothing about Sam. He's just told me, "Do you like memes?" I like memes. I like a different kind of meme than Sam does. So I said, "Hey, have you ever seen Cool Cat Saves the Kids?" This is the first thing I ever said to Sam. So as I'm saying, for those who don't know, Cool Cat Saves the Kids is this movie about, it's like a kids movie about a cool cat that teaches kids about gun safety. Made by
It is a
lunatic.
guy in a cat suit, schizo posting to children
Yeah, made by
and
an insane
videotaping
man.
it.
An insane man named Derek Savage, who is actually a crazy person, by the way. There's a lot of new drama about him, but we'll talk about that in another episode. And so Derek Savage made this movie Cool Cat. It's fucking funny. Like, it's really funny if you've never seen it. Sam, would you agree that it's pretty funny?
Oh, it's hilarious.
Yeah. So
But in
Sam,
like not a good, normal way.
no, it's a so bad it's good movie, for sure.
So far out of my wheelhouse at the time.
So super out of Sam's wheelhouse. I said, "Hey, have you ever seen Cool Cat Saves the Kids?" I don't know what Sam's interpretation of that was, but I immediately knew as soon as I said it that it was a stupid thing to say, and it was awkward as fuck. I remember it being really awkward. What was your side of that?
And so, like, have you ever seen it? I'm like, all right, like, no idea what that is. Kind of interested. What is it?
Oh no!
Well, I thought it was like a channel or something, or like
no, it's
like a
movie.
Filthy Frank-esque, like weird,
In fairness, it kind of is.
but not. Is they're like, here, let's watch. I'm like, sure, I'm down. And I watched it. I thought, what the hell? Who am I gonna live with for the next like year?
Which is funny because we started watching bad movies all the time. Like, Don would cross the threshold through Afghanistan. You'd walk
Yeah.
the perilous trek,
So,
Yeah.
and
was
he would
connected-
You know when I
come to
met
watch.
Dawn
So,
for the first time?
Our
he
flat
walked
was
in and was
connected by a
like,
bathroom.
hey, you play guitar? Yeah.
So
We call
I
it
was
the
on the
Just
other
Survive.
side.
We
of
shared a
it.
bathroom. So he walked in, he's like, hey, is the new guy here? I'm like, yeah, I'm here. He goes, oh, you play guitar? Yeah. Cool. And they walked away.
And then that was
When
it.
they started
We just-
making out, I was there. I saw that.
Oh, yeah, we
God, I
got that
wish.
literally. I just made the comment on the guitar, and we would just talk casually ever since.
Yeah.
Homies.
I forgot what happened, but one night we started talking about Naruto, and it just went downhill from there.
I had not watched Naruto at this point, which is really funny in hindsight, actually. That
It was like the
at some
only
point in
anime
my
I'd
life,
seen at that
I'd
time.
never seen Naruto.
Yeah, at the time, Sam used to like vehemently deny that he was a weeb, but like one of my core memories with
Because
him
I wasn't at that time.
was
Okay.
discussing
You know what got me into that?
Naruto
It was me,
for
wasn't it?
hours on end, with Grayson just there spectating with no idea what's.
It was
what we're
fascinating.
talking
I'm not
about.
gonna lie. I could write a novel about how interesting it is to
So,
listen to someone else
technically,
describe lore
what
you
got
know
me into
nothing
anime,
about.
it wasn't Grayson, sort of, technically. It was a buddy of mine at home. Grayson made me watch Game of Thrones, and I thought it was really good.
That's what it was.
And so-
not Attack on Titan.
And so I got a buddy of mine to watch Game of Thrones under the promise that I would watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Oh, fucking amazing.
So good.
I got the better end of that deal.
For sure.
Knowing how it ended.
For sure, man. You couldn't have known, Sam. You made the same mistake I did.
Anyways, yeah. Also, we watched Game of Thrones when season
Me and
7
Sam
had
were
just
me and
came
Sam
out.
were there at season 8 when it melted down, and
We were
watching it together. and it was fucking terrible. Oh, well, we're not gonna talk about
seriously
Game of
like,
Thrones. Anything but Game of Thrones. Move
Okay,
on.
sorry.
No.
I'm still not over it.
Same.
I blame you.
Also, the
Anyways,
it wasn't enough.
Yeah, that's how I got into it. And then, of course, Don took that, like, once the ball started rolling, he took it and ran. It's like, hey, have you seen School Days? Have you seen...
Forgot about the School Days, man.
Which I guessed right on what happened, because I was being wild and wasn't even thinking about it. I just kind of said...
Which I
Anyways.
think later jumped ship to me and Sam watching, I think same college dorm room we watched, what was it? What's the name of that one? The death game anime that's hilarious.
Oh, no,
Kingsman.
that was
That was
after we
later.
got kicked
Was
out
that after?
of college.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay. I'm trying to get my lore straight. Okay, so, okay, let's continue the story. So me and Sam lived together in a dorm room. Now, I was a very messy person at the time. Like, super messy, but so was Sam, too. Sam, you could say it was all me, but we
Whoa.
both know it was both of us.
I will give it 70% grace and 30% Sam.
Yes, I would
Hey,
agree with that.
whoa. The only thing I didn't throw away cleanly
Bottles.
was bottles.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
because we didn't have a recycle. And I'm from
In fact, if
I am
may-
from
I
the
may
state of
eventually
California
re-upload
somewhere.
some of our
We
classic,
have to.
I may eventually re-upload some of our classic dorm room videos, like the actual good ones. Like I still love
dear
the Baja
Jesus.
Blast video. No, that one still holds up. That video is amazing, and it was mostly
feel-
funny because of the reaction to it.
I feel like the I don't know if you've mentioned this on your channel, but the skits, the
I haven't-
series of it, skits that.
Oh my god, the random things that we filmed.
Yes.
Yes, they're funny. I think
I
don't know.
I feel like the trailers alone are worth.
they're somewhere. They're preserved, unlisted.
Yeah.
I could always put them back up someday. So we used
The
to
trailers
make
are great.
shit. I used to make shit posts. I don't think anyone on this channel knows this. Before I wrote movies, I made shit posts. And they are funny, mostly. I can usually be pretty good humored. I think my conspiracy corner videos are funny, which were a series of videos where I would like make up a fake conspiracy theory and then get really emotionally invested in it. So the first one was the Baja Blast video, where I get upset about Mandela Effect getting rid of Baja Blast, the soda, and it led to a flat. It wasn't a flat earther. It was a Mandela affected having a schizo meltdown in our comment section, calling Dawn my son.
The fucking
was
debate
really-
that would ensue in the comment
it was
section.
legendary. I roasted.
It
her
was
on her
like
channel
3
for
hours of
years.
us like hanging out in the same room, and then one of us randomly starting giggling, and then we'd look and see that person posted again.
The entire night was just, oh, let him cook, but like just passing it around.
At one point, Dawn started saying that. So this lady was like having a schizo meltdown, right? And at one point, Dawn started saying, "Oh my god, I totally shit Bjorn and this this random lady." And she was like, "I don't know what shipbuilding has to do with anything."
Dude, she's
Oh, that was
so
great.
sensitive.
I have a few screenshots. I'll put them in the podcast, I guess, but of the remainder of the topic of conversation. But
Yeah.
she deleted all her comments a while ago. She realized that she was.
She
posting.
1984'd herself.
Do you remember the video I made? I'll include it here real fast. Where I went to her YouTube channel to look who she was, and she was talking about how her husband, like, wasn't the same man she.
That's crazy talk.
It's not crazy talk. This is crazy talk.
Tonight, for some reason, the story came up and he doesn't remember that. In fact, he has always been taught. He's always been taught that Pangea always existed. And I go, no, honey, you told this story. You've told it to me several times. And he goes, no, I've been taught that my whole life. It was called continental drift, and he's serious. Well, what do I do with that memory? And where is my husband that used to tell me that story?
Married because of the Mandela effect and how
Yep.
and like how he had been replaced by an imposter. It's like actual schizophrenic.
Oh my dude, she preceded Among Us.
She did.
She
did.
predicted
Among
the
Us.
shapeshifter role in Among Us.
Amogus.
That's crazy, man.
Bum 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 bum.
Ba-ba-bum.
Yeah, so talking about filth, to get back onto that.
Oh, yeah,
You want to talk about the carpet that we had
Oh no.
Oh no.
in the doorway?
Okay.
That was
Yeah.
just
So-
pizza boxes.
Hold on, give me a
We're,
second.
we're putting the cart before the horse. We're putting the cart before the horse.
Give me a second here. So
Yeah.
I'm from the Philippines. I'm from one of the major cities in the Philippines, And with what comes with third world countries and attempts at modernization is the intermingling of extreme poverty and high rises. So I'm somewhat accustomed to the smell of sewage and filth in the midst of like city smell.
But
Their
nothing
room
would prepare
smell-
you for leaving eggs and raw eggs.
Their
in the
room
Hold on,
goddamn
that's a
garbage
story for
can
later,
open.
Sam.
still one of the most atrocious smelling environments I've ever like stayed
It was bad.
willingly in. It was we called it Afghanistan as a joke because our flats are, as I said, we're connected by a bathroom. And if you go into mine and I forgot who my roommate's name was. Let's call him Jacob from
Yeah, called
Twilight.
Jacob the vampire. The vampire.
Yeah, Jacob from Twilight. Yeah, so I was
No, it's
rooming
Edward.
with Jacob
Edward
from
is the
Twilight.
vampire. Jacob
Oh,
is
Edward,
the
yeah, yeah,
werewolf. Come on,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
idiot.
yeah.
Don't you know your
Whatever,
Twilight lore,
whatever.
Dawn? Shut up.
Yeah, anyways, yeah, so our room, relatively, I'd say cleaner than you would expect for a college.
Oh,
Zach.
your room is really nice. That's why we stayed
Yeah.
there most of the time.
Yeah. So yeah, no. If you cross the bathroom, it was like crossing the Rubicon right into the depths of hell.
Quite literally, we had trash everywhere. Like, you can't undersell how disgusting our room was. Like, I'm
Trash,
so embarrassed of it to this day.
laundry on the floor, like you couldn't walk on the ground without
It
stepping on.
was so
toes.
bad. It was disgusting. Honestly, I'm really ashamed of it. I'm actually a very clean person now. I always clean my room and whatnot, and I try to stay clean. But dude, that room back then, man, it was bad. It was super bad.
Yeah, no, it was really.
Yeah, I'm still pretty bad about bottles, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But
So Sam, the reason I brought up
But-
Baja Blast video is because at one
I'm
point,
good with everything else.
when we're looking for the empty Baja Blast bottle, we pan over to the desk.
Oh my god, and
And you can see
we found like
Afghanistan. That's like the only video proof that I've given.
yeah, it was fantastic. Or the time that we had a trash can that we kept in the bathroom, and
Okay.
I had some broken eggs from the fridge because I would cook eggs in the microwave. And I was like, I'll just throw them away. I'll throw them into the trash like as I leave for spring break, because it was like the day before or something like that.
Oh.
And I forgot.
Oh, it was so bad.
And so we all left for spring break, and we all came back, and it just reeked like rotten eggs. You could smell it in the hall.
We were like tying cloth around our face. We looked like we were in the Middle East or like in a sandstorm or something. It was bad.
It
I
was
don't know
so
why,
bad.
but eggs are just a motif for like how our.
A lot of our,
Oh yeah.
our
So
shenanigans.
let's get into why we call you Egg Boy, Don.
No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
hold
you wanna
on.
tell them?
Before that, we can talk about the egg wars as well.
Oh yeah, or the Chick-fil-A sauce wars. There was multiple
Oh,
wars
yeah.
waged.
Because the
That's
Chick-fil-A
also
sauce
preserved.
made of
I have that
eggs.
preserved as well. Oh, you're right. It all comes back to eggs.
It all comes back to eggs. It's like food wars. never mind.
That's bad.
Never
Should not
mind.
say that.
Sam would get it.
What? Food wars? I've seen the show.
Yeah, the use of eggs.
I've
in
never
food
seen
war-
it.
Oh, what? All right, never
Yeah,
mind then.
Sam's never watched Food Wars, which is remarkable because it's right up
I'm
his
s-
alley.
Yeah, I'm schizo posting. Never mind. Anyways,
Yeah.
so your family, Grayson. They
What about
they
them?
sent eggs, right?
Oh, it was cascarones.
No, for the egg wars. Like you received
What?
a shipment of eggs, right? For
Yeah,
the
yeah,
egg
yeah.
wars?
Cascarones. They're called cascarones.
No. When we were throwing actual eggs at each other.
No, we were throwing cascarones at each other.
Oh no, those were eggs that I bought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
oh,
bought
my
one and threw it
parents
at
sent-
you.
My parents
no,
sent me
not-
cascarones.
Yeah, no.
I don't know why
okay,
they did
okay.
that.
Wait, no. I'm talking about when I was actually, for once, I was trying to do homework at my desk. You
Those were
barged into
cascarones.
my room. No, you threw an actual egg at me, and it landed on the wall.
Oh my god. Yeah, you're right. Okay, Sam told
Yeah.
me to. He made a bet with me that I wouldn't do
Yeah,
it.
and
And, I
then-
said,
and
"Bet."
So I just started. I just started like hiding random eggs everywhere. And wasn't one of them in your bed, and we couldn't find it for like weeks.
I was vanished, dude. It would like into the crack.
Yeah.
Bed. Oh my god, bed!
Oh my
How could I
god, the
forget
bed
the
broke.
bed?
How do we
Bed!
forget?
Oh, no. The
Alright,
suicide
so
bed.
Grayson
Oh my
is
God.
a 6'8", 6'7",
6'7",
Slouching, by the
man.
way.
6'7".
His posture was
Just
not
a
great at the time.
huge,
So he was a tight,
large
even
individual.
slouching.
Yeah, I was large. I was also very fat at the time. I got fatter after, but now I've lost weight, so I'm not.
which
that
we
fat
had these
anymore.
beds that were on these stilts almost. So they were like basically top bunks. They could have been bunk beds if they had 2 on them, but it was just one, so like one on the top.
So they were.
So Grayson's was broken.
Yeah,
like,
it was broken from the beginning.
get go.
Yeah. It was So I remember it would rock. Remember saying I would scoot and the whole bed would go side to side. So we knew it was broken.
You would toss and turn the night and I'd see it start like weaving like
So we knew it was broken and we knew that it was gonna break.
And we filed fix-it reports.
Yeah, we filed reports to get it fixed.
20.
At least twice, that I remember twice, I think. And they never fixed it. So then it became a running joke. Like, I could have fixed the bed, probably myself, but it was really funny to not. So it became like Russian roulette. Like, me and Sam were betting about how long I was going to last before that bed broke. And I died, presumably. And I mean, you have to understand, I was a shit posting, freshman. So I was like, yeah, let's just write it out,
Yeah, let's see when it breaks. It'll break. We knew it was gonna break.
We knew it was gonna break. Like, it was inevitable. I probably could have made it so the bed would like not hurt me, but we actually made it taller, so that when it broke, I would get hurt, and it would be funny. Maybe we could get some lawsuit money out of it,
No, I thought we were trying to take it off to fix it. We just got it higher, and then we're like, okay, whatever.
It's funny. I don't remember. So I fell off the bed. And so 3:30 in the morning, it broke. I was asleep.
You're Sam fell. And so I wake up and
I fell. Oh, I fell, Sam.
You fell halfway and got stuck, and so
What?
I had to lift and hold the bed steady just enough for you to like.
I remember
crawl
falling
out.
and hitting the floor, and having the bed kind of land on top of me.
You fell when you got out of the bed, but the bed didn't fall all the way down.
Okay, I fell. Okay, all I remember is I fell for sure. It hurt. I fell a good 4 feet. It was pretty bad.
It was great, dude. That shit would creak like a boat when you were.
All three of us sat on it and rocked.
We used to take turns climbing up on top of it. Me and Don.
Oh yeah. We had the unspoken rule that if any of us ever brought a chick back, they had to use my bed.
Yeah.
Fucking hilarious. Would have been fucking hilarious, man. The shame all of us were like virgin pests.
Here's Afghanistan. Here's the.
Oh my god, could you imagine? Oh man. Okay, so Afghanistan. We used to watch shitty movies. We would like snowplow the way through all the trash and come to
get many noise complaints because we would just be making so much noise at like 4 in the morning because we're watching that shit and just getting into long discussions about it.
Oh, I remember our neighbors were super irritating.
Oh, they
would show up drunk at like 3 in the morning and then yell at us for not letting them sleep at 3:30.
Yeah, and yell at us for giggling at Cool Cat 3. At like 10:30. Shut the fuck up.
Funny,
thank
though.
you. No, thank you. I still hate those guys. Like, I would do like.
I can't believe they lived right in front of me.
Remember when I was dying and we drove to.
Oh my god! Because there was a 1% chance Tommy Wiseau was going to be there.
Yeah, there's like a tiny percent chance.
Oh, dude, that would have been.
I had like 102, 103 degree fever. And it was like, yeah, let's go. Today's the day.
So actually, do you remember the video we recorded right before then? On my old channel, it was my most viewed video of all time. And Sam throws a water bottle at me and hits me right in the balls, and I just like keel over. I uploaded it because it was funny. So Sam is no, it was Dawn threw the bottle at me. Sam is sitting in the corner dying of a fever. Are you sure?
It was me. I was trying to talk,
Hold on.
but I sound like this because I have strep. And yeah,
I'm trying to do a forward. It's classic old content we used to make. Super shitposty.
It was so bad. It was great.
I'm trying to remember. I think the worst video I ever made. I actually wrote this down as a potential story. Do you remember the Curse of Manos, the Hands of Fate?
Oh God.
I think that was the closest I've ever gone to losing my mind. So it was like the first video I ever tried to make. I made a review of Blade Runner 2049, and then I was like, okay, I like bad movies. I'll be really original on YouTube and I'll make content about bad movies. No one's ever done that before. And so I tried to make a review of Manos, the Hands of Fate. Now, I knew nothing about making videos at this point. So I literally recorded the entire movie on OBS with my audio over it, and I just gave commentary over it. And it kept getting corrupted. I mean, I watched that movie probably 6 times to get the fucking commentary out. So by the time I finally got the video out, it's the 6th time I've watched it. And the reason I left it, I continued to make it, is because it was really funny. So the 6th time I watched it, I'm completely fucking pissed. I'm angry. I'm super vindictive in the video. I keep talking about how much I fucking hate the movie.
Oh yeah, because you ended up watching it like 10 times. You never finished the video.
And it's not like I'm charmingly like, oh, haha, what a bad movie. I'm actually upset about it. To this day, I've never watched Mono Sands of Fate again. I never will. Also, I started a Twitter romance with Torgo at that time period, too.
Okay, you're just harassing a dude who...
There was a dude who had a
cosplaying
Torgo
as
fan
Torgo.
account, and I started messaging him every day for like a year, and he finally messaged me back.
Oh man, it's like this. It's hard to believe how long ago it was.
It was. It's remarkable because I'm not
6
that guy
years.
at all anymore. I'm not nearly as schizo as I used to be.
Granted, we
Oh,
all
man.
used to be terrible back then.
Oh my god, I would hate me.
Yeah,
I was such a
I
normie.
wake up
I
at
was
night
such a
in sweats
normie.
thinking about
uh,
things I used to do.
yeah. It's not. I'm not proud of how edgy we used to be.
You know, you were more
I
edgy
am.
than
You know,
I
it's
was.
kind of a badge of honor when you look
Shut
back
the
and
fuck
think
up.
about how
You know,
like
I will
stupid you were.
contend. I will contend the videos I made back then are still the best things I've ever made to this day. They're funny. A lot of them are
opinion.
really funny. I can't capture that energy anymore.
Anyways, what are? Oh shit! I wanted to mention something back like.
So they got
3 minutes
Afghanistan, Cascarones. Oh, we gotta go back to the Cascarones. We gotta circle
Oh,
back
Cascarones.
to the egg story.
That's
That's
sort
why
of
we call Dawn
You're
Egg
not
Boy.
getting out of this one, Egg Boy.
Yeah, you're
Yep.
not getting out of this, Dawn.
This is the first time you've
You're
ever
thinking
called
of
me
us.
Egg Boy, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
sticking with it.
Yeah, we're sticking
Alright.
with it now. It's sticking.
Sure.
Second
Egg
time
Man.
actually, I called you it at the
So,
very beginning.
I usually call you
Alright.
Gotcha Addict, so this is an upgrade if you ask me.
Oh yeah, you have to explain the
We can talk-
gotcha.
we can talk about that later, okay?
We'll get that
Anyways.
later.
So, Grayson's family sends him a bunch of cascarones for Easter. If you don't know,
Maybe
cascarones
explain
are
what those are, yeah.
hollowed out eggshells stuffed with confetti. And you're supposed to crack them open or throw them at people to like
Or you
celebrate.
can smash them on someone's head usually.
Yeah,
and it gets,
you can also do
gets
that.
confetti in their ear.
What was the context? As
Okay,
to
so
why
it
I
started
did
all
what
the
I
way
did.
back with I took pictures of your.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Okay.
my god, yeah.
Yeah. So I think
why
one of
did
the
you do that?
I think one of my first introductions into Grayson's high school friend group was me sending a picture. Wait, was it Grayson's or Sam's?
No, it
With
was Grayson.
me.
So what
It was
happened was
mine.
Grayson kept locking me out of the room as a prank,
Yeah.
and I got tired of it. And so he went out one time. I locked him out. I took his phone. I remembered his phone password.
yeah.
And so I went to Don. I'm like, hey, I got his phone password. What should we do? He's like, hey, let's take pictures of my butthole.
Yep.
I don't know why he went straight to that. I was like, all right,
It's a little weird.
I'm in. So we took like really artistic, like we got the backlighting and everything pictures going on. And we took like 30 of them from different angles. You know, it was objectively quite tasteful.
Don,
Yeah.
I'd like to point out I still have them.
I wish you had the egg video.
I
Yeah, that was kind
don't
of the
have
best.
that. I have the asshole picture still. I will blackmail
If
you.
I had
so
Snapchat,
Oh yeah.
I'd
So not
still be
only
able
did
to
we
see
take the
it. I
pictures,
deleted it.
we sent them to his friends, and that was their introduction to me.
Yeah.
It's just a
So-
small
Hilarious.
Filipino man's
So
butthole.
so at the time, my ass and straight up, my orifice was just part of my brand. So egg time.
Well, can you explain that?
It's Easter.
You gotta go into more detail. You can't just brush over my orifice was my brand. You gotta really quickly.
Well, I mean,
snap
well,
down on that.
I just did. We
What
talked
else
about
you need
the
to
asshole
explain?
pics.
Like, come on.
It's literally self-explanatory.
Okay, fair enough. Can't argue with
Anyways,
Yeah,
that.
so after that,
come-
we decided,
come
you know
Easter,
what?
eggs arrive. That we start fucking with them. We start cracking them everywhere. It's making a mess.
It's Afghanistan. Doesn't really matter. We're
I'm in
just like, yeah,
Afghanistan.
there.
I don't know what possesses me at all. It's like the spirit of God washed over me and told me, no. This was the Bhagavad Gita, but for me. I was Arjuna. And instead of fighting in a war, Vishnu was telling me I should crack one of these with my ass.
Hold on, we gotta tell this from our point of view, Don. This is actually one where it's funnier from our point of view.
I don't remember, dude, because
I
this
do,
is the
I
part
do,
of the
I do,
semester
I do,
where I
I
was
do.
just like constantly sick.
I
Like,
was
whatever.
I was laying in bed playing Overwatch on my laptop. You were laying in bed sick, dying of the plague. Don
Yeah.
walks in and goes, "Hey guys, you want to see something cool?" And then we're like, "Sure." He pulls his pants down, sticks a cascarone in his ass, and squeezes. And he blows the cascarone.
Inches.
It
But it's
completely
not
goes
even the
out,
fact
and
that
I'm
he
like,
did it once.
What?
No. And then,
How many
and then
times did you
go,
do it,
You look
Don?
up at us and you go, "Oh, there's some stuck in there."
No. That was the second time. That was the second time. The
Second
first time
time.
was
Oh.
clean.
Okay.
Remember the
Oh my God.
first time I was like, oh, did y'all see that? Because I was like, oh damn, I did it, and it was funny because the confetti just went everywhere. And so
I think we
asked,
lied and said we didn't.
Yeah, so I asked, ooh, can you do it again and record me?
Oh my God.
There's also another time, like 2 weeks later, where you got you to do it again.
Yeah, no. I refused to do it again because on the second run, I don't know what happened. Maybe it was the orientation of the egg. Maybe it was because it was just too deep of my
Too much power.
crack. But I squeeze. My iron glutes just tear through the egg, shatter it completely, inwards. The shards go into my asshole. I could feel confetti just cake the rim of my anus. I was
there was a
bleeding when I
non-zero
shat.
chance. There was a non-zero chance you could have had to go to the hospital over that.
Yes,
and that would have
no,
made the story
I-
amazing.
Oh,
So,
that was another fun, dumb thing that we did.
So yeah,
We
they see
convinced-
me crack the egg, and then they see that barely any confetti or eggshells came out. It's awful. Like
we should-
there's just shards everywhere. I take a shit, the eggshells grate against my anus, so it's like sandpaper down there. I can feel it just cutting like glass right through my orifice, and you can see
And whose
remnants
fault's
of the
that?
eggshells in my fecal matter.
I am pretty sure I could write a college like boner flick like super bad based around some of the shit we did in college, and it would be pretty funny.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
for sure.
I mean, there's the time we gaslit Don into thinking he broke my wrist.
Yeah, that was a
Oh my
funny
God,
bit.
that was
That
one
was
of
such
my
a
finest
funny
work.
bit.
Oh, dude, that was the best idea I ever had. Oh, God, that
That's
was
such a
You
good
were
bit.
so upset, Don. You were so upset. You were so
Oh,
mad
dude,
at the
I
time.
felt so guilty.
You were furious at me when I told you I was fucking. Well, let's save that story for now. Let's save some of these college stories for another time. Let's move on
yeah,
to
I think we
different
have
eras because
way
we're gonna
too many.
blow through
Let's
these.
move on.
Yeah,
Let's
we
move
could do
on.
these on other episodes.
All right. What's next? What's next on the agenda?
So you want to do
I
the
still don't
hospital
know.
story, or do you guys want to do the
What's the hospital story?
Oh my God.
His most infamous story
most famous story I've ever told on the
of
podcast?
Oh,
why you
yeah,
should
yeah,
never
yeah.
sedate Grayson.
Yeah, why I don't do drugs or drink
Oh.
alcohol, and it's not for the reasons you would think. I have fucked up traumatic experience with it. Okay, so this is the story of why I punched a nurse in the face. I feel like that's the best way to preface the story. It'll probably be in the thumbnail. Okay, so context.
Punched a nurse in the face? Gone wrong?
Gone sexual? Gangnam Style? Question?
Cops called?
Okay. So context. I was 12 or 13 in middle school, and I was born with a heart defect. So I had supraventricular tachycardia, which means basically I had heart attacks. My heart would go like 260 to 300 beats per minute and ran in like hour-long attacks. Actually, real fast, I'm going to skip back to the first time I ever had one of these because it's a really funny story too. So my mom had made me start guitar practice when I was like 8 or 9, and I hated guitar practice, man. It was not my thing. Sorry, Sam. I did not like it, and so I didn't want to go. So I tried all sorts of excuses to get out of guitar practice because of the stupid little 7-year-old or whatever. And I was in the back of the car, and I had a supraventricular tachycardia attack. And my mom pulls up to the guitar place, and she's like, "All right, get out." I'm like, "Mom, I don't want to get out. I don't think I can do it today." And she was like, "Why not?" I'm like, "I'm having a heart attack." And she was like, "Nice try, Grayson." She made me go to guitar practice. Turns out I was actually having a ventricular tachycardia attack. I went to guitar practice while doing it. It makes my mom sound really bad, but in fairness, it sounded like I was fucking lying out of my ass.
Your mother's an angel, and I'd take her over you.
Yeah, I would too. So anyway, so that was how I found out I had the disease. So they started tracking it, and then they decided that they had to do an ablation, which is where they electrocute a part of your heart to basically shut off certain pathways that can cause the tachycardia attacks. Because if you don't, it kills you eventually. So I went in for surgery. And I knew the anesthesiologist who was going to do my sedation. He was one of our neighbors and a family friend. So I knew who he was. And apparently, behind the scenes, he got sick and I wasn't informed. So he was not the anesthesiologist who ended up showing up. So I really should preface this. I'm a nice guy. This story is going to make me sound unhumanly terrible. The events that are about to occur make me sound like a fucking asshole. Could you attest to how bad I come off in this story? Like,
You come off like a scared 13-year-old.
Okay, fair enough. I think I come off like a dick, but whatever.
It's honestly insane.
It is
I almost got
insane.
arrested yesterday, so it's fine.
Whoa, hold on. We'll double back to that, Sam. I want to hear about that.
No, I didn't, but I was.
Okay, fair enough. About to commit a crime, air quote. Okay, so I show up to get my thing, and they lay me down in the gurney, and they give me the first shot of sedative. This isn't like the one that puts you out; it's the one that numbs you, head to toe. It starts to fuck with your head too. So I was not thinking straight already. And they bring in my anesthesiologist. They're like, "Here's your anesthesiologist," and it was not the guy I knew. It was a Middle Eastern guy, and I had just watched a report with my mother about domestic terrorism, and it was kind of a racist report. I'm not gonna lie. It's like all Middle Eastern people are gonna come here. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. So my drug-addled brain was like, "Holy shit, that's not my anesthesiologist. It's a trick. It's a terrorist." So I kept trying to tell them, "That's not my anesthesiologist. That's not my anesthesiologist." And they were like, it's okay, Grayson. Your anesthesiologist was sick. This is the guy who's replacing." I'm like, it's a trick. And eventually they're like, "All right, we're going to put you all the way under." I'm like, "No." And they inject me. I go all the way under. And this is where the real story begins. That was the tame part. So I wake up. I'm in a gurney and I'm being moved through the hospital. I'm going through a hallway and I'm still super doped up. I'm barely awake, and there's 2 nurses around me, and they're dragging me down the hall. And the last thing I remember was realizing that my anesthesiologist wasn't my anesthesiologist, and my brain immediately jumped to, "Oh my god, they're harvesting my organs." I don't know why this is where my mind went, but I thought for sure they were about to harvest my organs, and I was like, "Oh my god, I've got to escape. I gotta get out of here." So I tried to sit up, and I just limply went, and sort of sat up. And the nurses were like, "Hey, no getting up. You don't want us to tie you down." They pushed me back down. I'm like, "Oh god." And they're like, I'm like, "Okay." I try to get up again. They push me back down. They're like, "All right, you're not going to do that again, are you?" And I said, "No, I promise I'll be good. I won't try it again." And I remember in my brain, I thought verbatim, "The fools, I've tricked them. They think I'm not going to try it again, but really I am." So I immediately tried to sit back up. And they shut me back down again. And they're like, "All right, one more time, Grayson. No more trying to escape." I'm like, "Oh god, they're gonna harvest my organs. I've got to fight back." And so in my mind, I decided I was gonna punch them and escape. I was gonna like in my head, I was picturing like Jackie Chan, like flipping all over the room, punching them. So I go up, and I'm like, I'm about to punch this woman, and I really lay into her. I hit her hard, and she's like, "Oh no!" And they push me down, and they tie me up, and they're like, "Oh, okay." And so I passed back out, like I fell back asleep, or I fell, or I don't remember what happened. I was super high. And I woke up in my hospital room. I remember hitting the nurse really, really hard, but in reality it was probably like a wet noodle punch. I don't know. So I wake up in my hospital bed, and I'm super doped up. My mom and my dad are there, and my mom's like, "Hey, Grayson, we can go get you a something to watch on the TV." And this was back when our hospital still had like a VHS tape player. They didn't have like a DVD player yet. So I went in like a wheelchair, and they wheeled me to a room to pick what thing I was gonna watch. And they had like 5 VHS tapes you could pick from. And I picked Scooby-Doo. I don't remember why. Scooby-Doo just sounded really awesome to me at the time. I was like, "Oh, hell yeah, Scooby-Doo." Like, yeah, I fuck with that. So they put it on, and it was 1 episode on a VHS tape. I probably ended up watching it like 10 times. It was the one where it was OG Scooby-Doo. It was the one with the creeper. The guy who goes like, "Creeper," that guy.
Oh,
And,
Creeper from like
I actually
Minecraft,
know that
right?
one.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, exactly, Don. I remember thinking it was the scariest fucking thing I'd ever seen in my life. Holy shit, man. It was nightmare fuel, but I watched it 10 times. It scared the Jesus out of me. And eventually it got too scary, and I had to tell my mom that I was too scared and I wanted to watch something else. Mind you, I was like 13. I was high still. I was high for like 24 hours. I think I had a bad reaction to the drugs or something. 'Cause I've looked into it. That's not normal. That is not normal. So they went back, and eventually I somehow wound up with, I think it was a Prince of Egypt, and I watched that once or twice. So this is the part where they were like, "Okay, so Grayson, do you want anything to eat?" I was still high, and for some reason, sushi sounded really good to me. And I was like, oh my god, I have to have sushi. I need you to get me sushi, and I need sushi in this room right now. So my mom goes, okay, and are you sure you want sushi? I don't know if you can eat that. You're still medicated. And I was like, oh yeah, I want sushi. So she goes and gets me sushi, and she leaves. And my dad's like, oh, hey Grayson, your brothers and your brother and your sister and your neighbors are here. They want to see you. And I didn't really understand what he said, so he brought them in. And they were talking to me and like, oh, how are you feeling? Are you okay? And I was fucking pissed that they were there. I was not having any of it, man. I was on a tear. I was like, no, I don't want you in here. I don't want them in here. And then eventually I whispered to my dad and said, I want them to go. I want them to leave. I don't like them. And apparently I yelled it. I yelled it to him so everyone in the room could hear. And he's like, okay, they're going to leave now. And they all left. And when they were gone, I turned to him and said, who were those people? What the fuck were they doing in here? That's my brother and my neighbors who I'd known for like 12 years. So my mom brings in the sushi. She comes back at this point, and my brother and my sister have left. And I remember the sushi so clearly. And I can remember my exact thought process. I remember thinking, oh, hell yeah, sushi. This was just what I was looking for. And they put it in front of me. It was a whitefish roll. Just like plain sashimi whitefish. And I took one bite of it. It was fucking disgusting, man. I don't think it was bad sushi. I just think my tasters were off. And I was like, oh, what is this? What are you feeding me? That's disgusting. And my mom was like, that's the sushi you wanted, remember? And I was like, I hate sushi. Why would you bring me this? This is disgusting, man. What the hell?
Even back then, you were already a gaslighter.
Oh my god, I don't know, man. I remember thinking I remember so clearly, I was genuinely upset that she would deign to bring me fucking sushi at the time.
Which is funny because you love sushi.
I love sushi. It's like my favorite thing. I'd eat it every day. I loved sushi back then. I don't know what was wrong with me. So I was like, I got up and I went to the bathroom, and my parents weren't looking or something. I'd somehow managed to get up, and I went and threw it up. I threw it up in the toilet. And then I remember thinking, oh, thank God. This throw up taste is so much better than the taste of that sushi.
Oh my lord.
Oh, that's so much nicer.
What was the whole plot twist?
So years later, we were recording the podcast for this, and I was telling Mom, oh, I'm going to tell this story on the podcast because it's a story that kills at parties. It's very funny. It's over the top. I act like a buffoon. And she was like, what are you talking about? I'm like, oh, what do you mean? She's like, oh, that didn't happen. What do you mean that didn't happen? And so, even by point, we start walking through the story. First off, she was one of the nurses walking with me in the gurney. She was one of the people standing there, and apparently I tried to sit up once. They pushed me down, and that was all that happened. I didn't punch anybody. None of the insane shit I remember. None of the organ harvesting happened. No one came to visit me. For sure, my neighbors didn't. It was maybe my sister came in for like 5 minutes, and that was it. She doesn't remember watching a Scooby-Doo episode, which is fucking weird. I remember that 10 times, so maybe she forgot about that detail. She did bring me sushi, but she says I didn't throw up. And she raises a very good point, because I was on an IV and I was hooked up to all kinds of equipment. And in my memory, I got up and I went and threw up by myself, which was impossible because I couldn't have stood up because of all these wires around me. And there's some other stuff I can't remember. Every time I tell the story, I forget something that happened, but it's been years at this point. But all these things that just like I remember so clearly, and none of it happened. Literally none of this happened. I completely gaslit myself, or I was so fucking high that I didn't remember or made up fake memories or whatever. But I remember thinking like everything I was doing, like I remember being so good at it. Like when I punched that nurse, I remember thinking, fuck, I hit her so hard. I got her real good. And it was, in hindsight, it was super horrible. Yeah, I mean, that's why I don't drink or do drugs, because I never want to experience anything even remotely resembling that ever again. It fucked me up.
That's good. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, something good came out of it, I guess.
This Shiner Bach, totally not sponsored.
Yeah. I mean, I'll drink. I won't ever get drunk. Like, I just don't like it. Fucks.
Yeah. What about you, Don? You degenerate.
Yeah, Don. You got any good drunk stories or high stories?
Should we talk about the first time I ever did it?
Yeah, you know what?
We.
Sure. Oh, you're taking
Yo,
the
wait, was that the night you called me?
Yes. when I called
Okay.
you.
Oh, you called me too. I remember.
Yeah, I
this.
called
Okay.
everyone.
Okay, tell the story.
Okay,
You tell
so
from your point of view, and then
I had just gotten over a pretty bad, or not gone. I just went through a really bad breakup, and
yeah, it was bad.
I decide, okay, I've been straight edge in high school, straight edge the entire time. Oddly enough, despite all the crazy shit I did the first year of uni, never drank, never smoked. Go through a breakup, I
Insane.
decide, you know what? I think it is time that I bring great shame to my Asian family. So I decide to hit up the Zaza. I don't know what possesses me, but I thought, you know what? It'd be a good idea for me to try to do cartwheels, like do a cartwheel competition. At the time, I was extremely overweight, probably obese. I haven't done a cartwheel since I was maybe about 50 pounds lighter, but I tried to do it anyways. Anyways, I tried to do the cartwheel, and I think it's the most hype shit ever. And I get my boy to record me doing it, and do y'all have the video, by the way?
I don't have it
We
anymore.
don't have it, but we
I
talked about it in
remember
the old podcast. I went back and listened to it. Hayden brings up that he has it. He sends it in
Yeah.
Squad. So
Okay.
it's somewhere in there.
Yeah, if Hayden could set it and just show, I don't know, that's doxing. I don't want that video to be shown. Anyways,
It's
a
fucking.
beautiful
I can
video.
blur it. It's
It's a
funny as
wonderful
shit.
video.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, I hype it up. I go like, oh, I'm about to be a world star. Check this shit out. And I do what I think is the greatest cartwheel ever. I barely break elevation. I think I maybe went.
Literally, let me describe this
You
video.
get up and you're just so hyped.
You like
Yes.
flop over on your back after you're gonna do an
Yeah,
old
and I'm like,
twirl.
yeah, did y'all see that shit?
Oh my god. Yeah, you act like you just did
It's
the most insane
so
thing ever.
embarrassing.
Beautiful.
It's
is
fucking
what it is.
hilarious. Oh my god. So I remember that night I was cooking spaghetti. This was I think this was during the apartment. So Sam was no longer going to school where I was.
Yep.
I was living in the room with the
I got kicked out.
cultist. In the room with the cultist and the two frat bros who got kicked out of their fraternity. It's a whole nother story. But I was cooking pasta downstairs and Dog calls me on his phone. And I pick it up and like, Grayson! No! Like, what? You're like, Grayson, I love you! What are you talking about, Dog? It's like, what are you doing right now, Grayson? I'm like, cooking pasta. And you're like, oh, that's so awesome. That's so great. I'm so glad to hear that. Guess what? You're like, what? And I'm like, what? And you go, I just did the best cartwheel ever. And then you hung up. And yeah, that was it.
And then my boy would end up showing them the video evidence later. And I think my feet, I think I made a, imagine my hands, my arms compared to my legs. I make maybe a 40, or I make like a 50-degree angle as far as the cartwheel goes. You're supposed to be like completely straight. My legs are bent to all hell. I barely break like the horizontal line. It's embarrassing.
It's so good.
I don't think you can call it a cartwheel. I think you'd best describe it as like a cart barrel. It was so bad, man.
It's a cart. Just a straight up cart. I don't know. It's better than, I've
man.
gone through some rough times recently, and I ended up getting kicked out of a bar. That's the story for
Oh,
later.
we don't want to tell that story. Yeah.
That's the story for later.
Okay.
Great times that I can remember.
I can tell a story about y'all being drunk that's pretty lighthearted.
Yeah, go for it.
Disney
You know
World?
what?
Oh,
Disney
yeah.
World.
Yeah.
Y'all are so fucking lucky. I'm
Baja
a sober
Blast.
guy.
we love Baja Blast, by the way. I don't know
So,
if that
okay,
was
so-
clear with Grayson making a whole video about it.
I'll preload the video. So we've mentioned Baja Blast before. It's an inside joke between us, basically. It's the nectar of the gods. It's the best soft drink ever made. So
Wait. We need to go even further before Baja Blast.
How's that?
Or not before Baja Blast, but before we get to Disney World.
Okay, how much further?
Why we went on that trip in the first place.
Oh, right, yeah. Another inside joke that we just did on a whim.
It was so stupid. So we decided to go on a trip to see the Bass Pro Shops Pyramid in Memphis, Tennessee. At the
Oh my
time,
God,
I was
yeah.
living in Louisiana. And we all met up. And we're like, yeah, let's just drive there. And we're like, yeah, well, since we're here in Tennessee, there's this one restaurant that was featured in a really bad movie
Oh
called
shit.
Shark Exorcist.
Shark Exorcist.
Well, we need to go see that restaurant because I knew it because I'd eaten there before.
Yeah, you somehow fucking identified that shit like you were the guy in Blade Runner going enhance,
Instantaneously.
enhance.
Like, I knew it. So we're like, yeah, let's go. Let's see that. That's another thing I have to check off. Like, well, we need to go to Georgia so we can go to, what's that place called, Don?
The Bass Pro
Oh,
Shops
that
Pyramid?
was so.
No,
you're
in
talking about the strip club.
Atlanta.
Oh yeah. There's a TLDR. There's a NBA player during the NBA bubble. Went to a strip club despite
Lou
them being in
Williams.
COVID lockdown. Yeah, Lou Williams. He goes to a strip club because apparently their wings are so divine that it's worth a $20K fine. And other athletes have vetted this.
So we needed to check it out.
Yeah.
That was our goal.
And so we did.
So they're all right. Flavor wise, they're fantastic, but they're just so small.
They're tiny. I think what dampened the experience was that we waited 2 hours for the wings. And we
Although
were the
you were tech support.
Yep.
one of the
Oh
strippers.
yeah, I was tech support for a stripper.
It was pretty great. She had just got off stage too. It's
Yep.
fantastic.
Got off stage. I just saw her roast beef pussy. I'm waiting in line for our wings, and she just needs help with her phone. I get it done in like 10 seconds.
Forgot about that.
Yeah,
It was so cringe.
And the dude next to me daps me up afterwards. It was so odd.
You do that.
Oh god, that
We're
was
the
the most
only
Asian thing you've ever done.
we are the
Straight
only
up.
non-black people in the strip club, so it was
was sitting
giga
there-
awkward.
It was so fucking awkward. Dog, we were just the only non-white people there. There was no one there. It was like 4 people, 2 strippers. It was so
'Cause
awkward.
it was at like it was during lunchtime essentially.
Yeah, it was like right at 3 or something like
Oh,
that.
it was so bad.
was a fantastic
so
time.
bad. It was.
I had a
It
great
was so
time.
funny.
No, it was
Have a great
awful.
time?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you the truth, guys. I'm gonna tell you how it was, because these two guys have a fucking like nostalgia blindness. We sat down for an hour and a half waiting for our fucking wings to come out.
Yep.
And these wings are legendary. They were hyped up to me by these two fucking artards, and they come out.
Nope. I'm a scientist. I wanted to know if it
Yes.
was
Come
worth
out
the
as
20K
tiny,
fine.
pathetic little tiddlywink wings. And
Johnny Manziel personally vetted them. Okay.
they were bad. They were straight up.
They were
bad.
good.
Wingstop wings.
They
are
weren't
better.
worth an hour and a
fucking
half.
say it.
Wait,
No. they were
there's
not.
no Mans is crazy. He's on the Zaza right now. There's no fucking way.
Anyways, so we had to see that. But one of the main goals we decided was because of our fascination with Baja Blast. They had just released a Baja Blast hard cider.
It was
or
only
hard
available in
soda.
Florida,
in
right?
Tennessee and Florida.
Oh, okay, that's
And
right.
so we're like, oh, well, let's
Let's
go to
find it.
Florida.
Yeah. Let's just go to Florida. That was literally the whole
Yep.
fucking reason we went to Florida. We wound up doing Disney World while we were there.
Oh
Um,
lord.
Oh,
So-
and then while we were in Disney World, we go to Epcot and Star Wars World. At Epcot, first day there. I don't have to
no,
drive.
you're
we
getting
just
ahead of
Uber.
yourself. You're getting ahead of yourself. So Dawn pre-games 2 hard Baja Blast Mountain
Oh, that's
Dews.
right.
No, that wasn't
I
pre-gaming.
pre-gamed
That was
one.
our only breakfast. We didn't.
Yeah, that was our
drank-
breakfast.
That
We
was- it
didn't
was
have
technically
water.
pre-game. We were going to
We
Epcot
didn't
when you
have
drink.
We didn't have water in our hotel room. We had only Baja Blast. And I'm like, I'm fucking thirsty. I'm gonna drink it.
We didn't have cups. We had
We didn't-
like
we didn't have
tap
cups.
water,
Evolve
but
into
didn't have
me
cups.
we
explaining
didn't. We,
y'all's
we
drunk
didn't have
antics.
breakfast. I'm a third worlder. I do not trust tap water for the life of me. I just don't.
So he has 2, I have 1. And we take an Uber at like 7 in the morning because we're degenerates over to Disney World. And so while we're there, we go on this sick ass ride called Living on the Land. It's all about farming.
It's
great.
fucking
It was
awesome.
actually really
It is the
neat.
greatest ride.
I
at
did
Disneyland.
not expect to enjoy it so much, but I'm like, damn, plants are cool as fuck.
Dude, old Epcot is awesome. I'm a
Cool
big theme
ride.
park guy. I'll talk about. Maybe we'll do a whole podcast about theme parks. There's a lot of cool
course,
shit
yeah.
there. Yeah, but
But
whatever.
we're sitting there, we're hungry, we're like, and we had got reservations, and so we were just waiting. Well, how are we going to pass the time in Epcot? Well,
Yeah.
we now decided, hey, how about we do drinking around the world? Which in
Fuck
Epcot
me.
they have every single country.
We're like
So
drinking
like,
around
all right, we
one
need to get a
country and
drink
getting
at
drunk.
every single country. And so we're like, should we just get one and share it? Like, nah. One
Fucking-
for
you
each
guys
of
are
us.
fucking idiots. Oh my god. I have videos, dog. Do I have your permission to include the video of you trying to throw a water bottle at someone?
You know what? That's
No.
gonna dox me.
Well, I'll,
So
I'll
we
blur
can't-
your face.
You
If I
can no
blur
no
your
no
face-
no no no. Use the audio. Use the audio.
No.
Don't litter, Don. You're not littering. No, no, no. No, Don, no. He's kidding.
Right. Okay, wait.
No. There's a worker right there. Give me your bottle.
Okay.
Don, we're gonna get thrown out of the park. Give me the bottle.
Where are you aiming?
You're too drunk, Don. Give me the bottle. Sam, you're also a terrible influence. Hey, Don, you gotta throw it into my hand right here. I don't think you can do it.
No, you can't do it, John. You're a bitch. You can't hit.
Yeah, you can't hit my hand with.
I
Oh
think
my
the
god, but
audio
you
is
missed the
more
Hentai
than
Haven
sufficient.
shirt. You're wearing the Hentai Haven shirt.
Well, now that they know.
Oh, that's right.
I had a Hentai
I'll blur your
Haven
face.
shirt.
So,
I'll make it. I'll,
we
I'll
were
show
gonna-
it before I'll show it to you before I put it in here and let you decide.
So, we had lunch reservations at the Japan restaurant, and so
Pretty
Don's like,
fucking-
"Oh, I'm wearing my Hentai Haven shirt." Because
yeah, that was
of
the
course.
reason.
So we went to Mexico and we got like these
Margarita.
slushies with tequila in them. They're really good. It immediately kills Don.
Yeah,
Oh, he's shit faced instantly. It
So,
was amazing.
He's 5'2"
I'm-
frame.
I am a
5'1"
tiny
frame,
man.
Just
I seldom drink nowadays, so my tolerance is just non-existent.
yeah. So he's
unbelievably
sloshed.
drunk.
But we're like, oh,
Not
you know
just
what?
drunk,
We don't.
He's fucking hammered, like really fucking gone.
No,
I-
as in
dude,
I had to
so-
physically restrain him from buying One Piece merch when he's never seen One Piece.
We went to this America show.
Oh wait, you're
And-
getting ahead of ourselves. You're
You're
getting
getting
ahead.
ahead. Yeah, you're getting ahead.
Because we had a reservation at the Japan
Yeah.
world for
Don's already
Lo-
buzzed at that point.
lunch.
That was where
Yes,
he
I'm
really
already
got
buzzed.
drunk.
So he's already
got a
done.
drink. No,
Yeah,
no,
So
not
I
really.
order to check it off. I order a beer, and I think it's going to be like a 16-ounce beer, nothing much. They give us like one of those 24-ounce.
Yeah, they gave us a tall
Sapporo's.
boy,
huge ones, and
and
so of
I
course
got one as well.
we Dog got one as well. So he's just yelling at people while we're sitting down eating
Oh,
dinner.
Okay, no. I'm not gonna say what you said.
Yep.
Don was trying to say slurs pertaining to Asians to another Asian person.
Yes.
No,
Okay,
he's
look,
yelling
dude,
at them
okay.
through
Look,
the
look,
window.
in my defense,
And
there are slurs that apply to me,
they're
so it's not too bad.
No, I'm not saying
It's
it's,
not too
bad.
bad.
I'm just saying I can't believe you
It's
fucking
just
did it.
embarrassing that it's a nice restaurant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a very nice restaurant.
Also,
We were-
I do
had
remember
our hands in
distinctly
our heads.
complaining about there being way too many snow bunnies in Disney.
Oh, yeah, all day.
You kept
You
going.
would see
snow
anytime
bunnies,
he saw
too
a white
many
woman,
snow
he go, "Oh,
bunnies.
snow bunny."
Snow bunnies are everywhere.
So,
Okay.
don't
Which is
know-
based, I guess.
So
don't know
after
what-
this, we went to an American.
So wait.
Hold on.
I need to get through this because this is all that I remember.
Okay.
All right. So we get him through there, and we're like, all right, we need to get him some like. We thought sugar would sober him up, which I found out later, absolutely not the case.
made
Yeah.
it so much worse.
It was
It
so
made
bad.
it so much worse. And
The
so
y'all were
Grayson's
demanding
like,
the churros.
so we're buying funnel cakes. And
Oh,
so
is
I
that
asked
what it
Grayson, yeah,
was?
well, you just go get me an IPA or go get me a beer from over there. And Grayson brings me back an IPA, which is
Which is
higher
what they
alcohol
had.
percentage.
It's what they had. Yeah.
Yeah, it's America. America.
I
drinks
didn't know the
IPA.
difference.
Yeah,
I'm
so-
sorry.
It's fine. It is absolutely fine. So I get Dawn his own funnel cake, and then me and Grayson split like this like super chocolatey whipped cream. Just
It was
disgusting.
fucking. It was
funnel
fucking
cake.
good. I
It was
don't
great.
know what you're talking about. I love chocolate
So-
shit. It's good.
I drink the IPA and I think, oh god, this is disgusting. I hate
No.
it. So I chug it,
Oh, okay.
and I eat half the funnel cake, and we go in to watch this America show where it's all about like these animatronic presidents and influential people through American history, talk about American history, patriotism,
Yeah.
blah blah blah. It's a cool show. Halfway through, I look over at Grayson. And I go, dude, I'm fucked, because
Oh,
I am
literally, he said
gone.
that.
I don't remember leaving the show. At that point, it's just like I'm done.
He was.
Well, I
he
think
was.
I said it pretty loudly.
What'd you say?
I said, "Dude, I'm fucked."
You,
And
you looked
then,
over and
like,
said, "Dude, I'm
Yeah.
shit faced." That's what you said.
Meanwhile, me
Yeah.
on the
And
other
so-
seat, I
You were
remember the
giggling.
opening of the show, and then I remember waking up at the end.
Yeah, so Dog giggled when they first brought the animatronic presents. He was like, and then I look over and say, completely plonked. Sam leans over me halfway through the show and goes, Grayson, I'm fucked up, or Grayson, I'm shit-faced. And I said, oh, you can't do this to me, Sam. You cannot do this to me right now. So they were certifiably sloshed. I don't think I can explain.
It
how
is 1
drunk these
p.m. by
guys
the
were.
way. It cannot be
It's 1
later than
p.m.
1 p.m.
We have a whole day at this park.
No, because we had dinner reservations at 4, I think.
4 or 5. So
We had to kill so much time.
I'll take over from here because you guys got too shit-faced to remember anything, I think. You guys demanded churros. Earlier in the day, you had seen churros. So actually, there was like, it was like Game of Thrones. There was conflicting motivations here. Don wanted to go to Japan World. He wanted a churro, and he wanted to go to Japan World buy One Piece merch, even though he hadn't seen the show. Sam wanted to go to Canada. Sam, you want to explain why you wanted to go to Canada so bad? Do you remember?
I don't recall.
Okay, you kept
I do recall.
saying there's a really good show there. There's a really good show there. I think you would whisper over the Dawn and loudly say, they have a whiskey in Canada.
Yep.
So my current operating goal was to keep y'all as far away from Canada and Japan as I could. Sam kept trying to trick me into going to Canada. I am not an idiot. So we're walking, and then they see the churro stand, and they're like, we have to have churros. We have to have churros right now. We have to have churros. We have to have churros. And so I get them churros. Again, I didn't know the sugar thing. This made everything infinitely worse. So we're sitting down to eat the churros. I'm trying to get them to drink water, so I buy them water bottles for like $10. It was so fucking expensive. And they start drinking water bottles. And then Dawn says, I'm gonna throw this at that snow bunny over there. So he turns and starts trying to throw a water bottle at an old lady. And I have a video of Dawn like about to throw it. I'm like, no, Dawn, look, throw it at me. And turns to me and he's like, I don't know, Grayson. There's a snow bunny there. Then you throw it at me eventually. I catch the water bottle and I throw it in the trash. Security guard looks at us this whole time, and I swear to God, I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna get banned from Disney for life. Here it is. I love theme parks, and I'm fucking done. And so then I come up with this great idea. What I thought was a great idea. It was a fucking bad idea. I was like, okay, I gotta get them on something where they can't move for an extended period of time. So in the Mexico section of Epcot, for those who've been there, there is a water ride where you get on a little boat. I didn't know what the ride was when I took them there. You sit in a little boat.
I don't even...
Oh, yeah. You fucking better not remember it, Sam. If you were able to remember this, I would kill you.
I didn't know we even did it.
We got into
I
this
told
boat
my
ride.
mom I was upset we didn't go on it because it's one of my favorite ones.
Your ass rode it, Sam. You were a
Los tres
fucking problem.
caballeros.
You and Dawn were nightmares. So I put y'all in the ride. They made me sit on the outside, as you know, I'm big, I'm tall. So Dawn was in the outside, Sam was in the middle, and I was on the other outside. You guys are giggling, you're swaying all over the place. We get you in the ride, and I immediately realize I made a mistake. Anyone want to take a guess why I made a mistake?
We touched outside the ride?
Nope, there are no fucking seatbelts on this ride.
I remember just wanting to touch the water.
Oh, Dawn. You climbed out of the vehicle. I am reaching over Sam to pull Dawn's ass back in, and Sam's going, do it, Dawn!
No, didn't we also go on an Encanto ride?
No, this was the Encanto ride. It was just the Mexico ride. It wasn't even themed to Encanto. What? No.
I don't remember. Dude, I was drunk. I just remember
You saw the
wanting to
pyramid,
touch...
you're like, dude, I'm gonna go climb up that pyramid.
The next thing I remember is we're going on that
Fuck,
one
man.
ride that was I tricked you into going on.
What?
Yeah, it was the stinker ride.
Oh, it's like 3 things in a row. There's a ton between now and then, Sam. It's like 3 hours after this.
Oh.
So the next thing you remember, really?
Yeah.
You were sobering up. Thought. Okay, so after that, I was like, fuck, that backfired. I need something else. And I turned to Sam and I said, Sam, you come here all the fucking time. What takes a long time? And you, at first you were saying the aquarium. Then you started giggling to yourself and you started going, Figment. We gotta go to Figment. That takes forever. So,
In my
eventually-
defense, it feels like it takes forever.
It does. So so we go to the aquarium. Dawn tries to jump over the railings to look at the seagulls. At one point, they're like these little seagulls. in the front of the ride. Dog tried to grab one. I had to stop him. We pass at the gift shop and Don sees a life-size replica of Captain America's shield for $700 and tries to buy it. I have to stop him. Don kept trying to buy all kinds of shit, actually.
Yeah, it was the One Piece socks that I remember.
One Piece socks and a replica.
Don,
Captain
why'd you
America
want-
shield.
I got Dragon Ball socks actually. Y'all bought me Dragon Ball socks because my feet were like dead.
Yes, yeah, and it was we actually had to do that because you were.
Yeah.
So anyway, we ride the aquarium ride. Sam sobers up while we're on that. Dawn is still pretty shit-faced, and the sober-ish Sam says, "Hey Grayson, you know what we should ride?" And I'm like, "What?" Go, Figment. It's actually the best ride in the park. Okay. I've never heard of Figment, but sure. So it's right next door. We walk over to Figment. There's no line. I literally can't exaggerate. There was no one else in the entire building except for the guy running the ride. We walk right onto a cart. And we ride the worst ride I've ever ridden in my life. People like this ride, Sam. There's a whole fucking community of people who like Figment. I hate them. It's personal between me and them. They're the reason that ride has not been destroyed. I think it's the worst ride of all time. Dawn, Sam, care to weigh in? It's between that or Supercharged.
Oh, it's phenomenal. I love it.
Fast and Furious is actually funny, so Figment
No,
doesn't even
the
have
Fast
that.
and Furious is worse.
It's a worse ride, but at least it's got entertainment value to me. Like, the acting is so terrible that it's kind of entertaining.
The guys at the very beginning make it like...
I think Figment is the worst attraction ever, because it's boring as hell. Which is, like, the worst thing I can say about it.
And we don't know any of the characters. They're
By
from,
the
like,
way,
the mid-90s.
no, they're not.
No,
They're from the ride.
mid-60s.
They were invented for the ride, Sam.
Wait, what?
So I know the history of Figment now. So Figment used to be a really cool ride. They modernized it and added the dragon and all the fart jokes and stuff. But all of that is unique to the ride. It's not from a movie.
That's pretty great. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. So yeah, Don sobers up at that point and he starts groaning. He has a hangover.
Yeah,
We
I'm
eat at the
feeling
restaurant.
awful.
It's a really cool restaurant, by the way. And then we go home. And that's the story of how I had to parade these two shitheads through Disney World while they were so intoxicated that they were menaces. It could have been so much worse. You guys are so lucky I was sober. Like, genuinely, you might have died. Like, you guys could have been one of those Disneyland fatalities.
Oh, it would have been legendary.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been legendary. They would have had our names on a list. Oh my
The
god.
food being really good at that one place we went
Food
to.
was pretty
Actually,
good, yeah.
both places. Food is great.
Yeah,
Don, do you remember the food in Japan?
Epcot food is hit or miss,
What?
and it was good this time.
What'd you say?
Do you remember the food in Japan?
Oh yeah, no, it was great. I forgot what I ordered, but it was great.
You ordered udon noodles, I remember. I got a sushi roll and ramen. Oh well. Okay, y'all want to move on to like our segments we do? We're starting
Penultimate
every. Yeah, so wacky
segment.
news, I guess. What was that, Sam?
Penultimate segment, considering we've been live for a little over an hour.
Yeah. We got two
We
quick
have.
segments. So, yeah, I was going for 2 hours tonight if that's cool with y'all, because it's a long one. But if not, that's fine. We can stop early.
I'm good. Let's talk about whatever we got.
Okay, so
going on.
we'll just see how long it goes. Wacky news. I wrote down some wacky news stories. I got a couple of things here. Hold on. Here we go. Okay, number one. Fuck. Oh, Med Jobs drama. Have either of y'all seen this shit?
No.
Okay, so
I still don't have any idea what's happening with that. I'll be honest.
I just want to show Sam the fucking video that got Froggy Fish banned. It's actually super funny.
Wait, what happened? Just verbally
Okay, so
describe it.
so do you know Creator Clash? iDubbbz' boxing event.
Oh yeah.
You know
Sort of.
Sam Hyde.
He's sort of. I
Okay,
know
so
of him. I know
iDubbbz,
that
Sam
whenever
Hyde,
something awful
Frank-
happens, his fan base posts his picture.
yeah. I think he's funny. He's a controversial figure. He's one of those guys everyone calls a Nazi, but honestly, I don't really think he is. I think he's just a troll. But iDubbbz years ago tried to film a documentary where he goes over and makes him look bad and makes himself look good. Sam Hyde faked everything. It was fucking brilliant. Sam Hyde hired a bunch of actors to be his family because no one knew what his family was like. Hired a whole, rented out a whole area, had all of his co-comedians put on characters, and tricked iDubbbz into thinking he was peeling back the layers of Sam Hyde. In reality, it was all fucking bullshit. And in the final interview where iDubbbz basically was like, Sam, I think you're a bad person, he revealed that all of it was fucking fake. And iDubbbz took it personally. Fucking Sam Hyde lives rent-free in his head. So, the last Creator Clash, he was supposed to show up. He trained fighters, he's a boxer. He trained boxers to go there. He bought tickets and iDubbbz blocked him at the door from coming in. Out of pettiness, without telling him, so he couldn't refund his tickets. So he didn't end up making it. They wouldn't let him in the building. So this time, a YouTuber named Froggy Fresh was invited to fight. Froggy Fresh used to make fucking raps. I don't know if you've seen him. You know the rap, I'm the baddest of them all, Sam? It's like an old school YouTube video, whatever. He used to make these hilarious parody raps. Really funny guy. He plays a character. He made a joke basically tweeting out that if he lost his fight, he would pay iDubbbz back by subbing to his wife's OnlyFans. I think it's pretty funny. It's pretty harmless. They publicly joked about their own OnlyFans before. And iDubbbz's wife's mother, his mother-in-law, went fucking at Froggy Fresh. Like, started calling him an imp, calling him brain damage, told him that she was going to get him kicked off the event, yada, yada, yada. So he made this fucking hilarious video replying to it, and then they kicked him from the event, and now they're suing him.
Really?
Really. It's unironically like fall from grace. iDubbbz is like a complete cuck. It's actually amazing. Let me show you the video he responded with. This is the thing that apparently did it. So in reality, the reason he was kicked is because he went and trained with Sam Hyde. He went and boxed with Sam Hyde for a week, and that made iDubbbz upset. That's what really happened.
No, the only thing I'm somewhat familiar with that's been going on is Sneeko.
Whoa, fuck! I can talk about Sneeko. I love Sneeko. Sneeko is such a little cuck.
Okay. All right, Don, you want to take this one though?
What? The shit with. Oh, are you making me do him because he's a Filipino?
He's a Filipino?
I
Yeah.
thought he was...
That explains
Disappointing.
everything.
No,
Shut
it doesn't
the
explain
fuck
everything.
up. Yeah.
It would explain if he was a nurse.
I mean,
will
I
say.
don't. I'm pretty sure everyone like watching this knows about Sneeko, anyways. So, I just think it's really funny that bro made Charlie remind him that he's John Wick. Charlie Moist Critical.
He's Florida man.
Yeah, bro just pulled out the fucking. Anyways,
Okay, well, continue.
yeah. So I just remembered that Sneeko's Filipino, and it makes me upset.
It's okay. Is he from like the Pacquiao part?
I don't know where he's from. I barely found out. I don't want to find out any more details because if I find out he's like we share any similar blood,
Oh my god, what if he's your lost brother?
I'm gonna hang myself.
Do you imagine?
Long lost
Because you
cousin.
could get him on the podcast. If Sneeko, unironically, I'll throw this out. If for some god, Sneeko apparently looks at anything that criticizes him.
Yep.
So if I put his name in the title, he may actually check us out. So if Sneeko is listening to this, shoot me an email, man. I will have you on the podcast. We will give you the time of day. We will make you look real good. We promise. We won't mess with you at all. Just come on
Yeah.
in.
We can't even make ourselves look good, dude.
Just ignore the litany of Sneeko memes that I possess.
Yeah.
And
We
by
haven't
ignore,
no,
I mean-
don't. We haven't sent any Sneeko memes. No Sneeko memes have ever been shared.
Free King has his throne, you know.
Yeah.
You're a monster. Anyway,
Hey, by the way, here's I sent the link to the video of the reaction. Whenever.
yeah, I'll watch it later.
Yeah.
There was also earlier today. I this is fucked up, but I found this hilarious. There's a guy on Twitter was like flexing that he just killed someone that robbed his house because he was just like posing up on the bloodstains on his front door.
Jesus Christ!
Like,
What?
trying to act. Yeah, he was like taking selfies of like him standing on the bloodstains, and it's brutal. It looks like, of course, like he just murdered someone that tried robbing him. It's right there. Yeah, no, not even an hour later, someone fucking he ordered Amazon Prime to get like sent to the Shadow Realm.
This is so
Not
weird.
even-
This is the second. Sorry.
Not
go
even
ahead, I'll tell you.
not even an hour after the person that shot him up fucking posted a video of the guy in the parking lot like showing the body bag and showing all the bullet holes in his car. Fucking crazy.
This is the second story I've heard today about someone filming a dead body. Critical put up a video earlier today reacting to a video on Twitter. It's some little shit, and basically a dad asked the guy to stop vaping.
In Vancouver. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
saw the actual video.
I haven't seen
Yeah,
that.
so the guy gets stabbed, and then there's this little
I'll send you
shit.
that.
I
It's
don't know
rough.
what his name is, and he's like, oh my god, that guy got stabbed,
died.
dude. That's crazy, bro. He's dead.
Yeah, on TikTok.
Like,
Some
zooming
stuff on
in,
TikTok.
zooming in, and then you can hear daughter like moaning as her father dies, and he goes, "Oh my god, he died!" And like the daughter's like, in the background. I think he tries to film the murderer at one point, like to ask the murderer questions, and it's fucking craziness. The kid is unapologetic. Apparently, he went back and filmed a dance video where the guy died later. And like losing faith in humanity. TikTok
This is
a
why
bane.
I'm perfectly okay with TikTok being banned.
Yeah, not because
We
I
brought
support,
it upon ourselves.
support it. I just hate TikTok that much. It's
You
a
know what?
fucking
No,
bane on
it's
human
like
existence.
I get it. The government's going to use it to spy on us even more. You're preaching to the converted here. We deserve it.
Yeah, TikTok
What?
is not okay. It's actually bad.
Oh, Don, do you know about that bill?
Oh, yeah,
yeah. That's
what's
wacky
it
news.
called?
It's basically the Patriot Act for
Yeah,
online. Just
yeah,
Patriot-
that is
Patriot Act 2.0.
insane. I can't believe they're trying to pass that, and we're like,
It's going to pass too, which is hilarious.
do they not realize that like we're literate on the internet to a certain extent, at least?
Speak for yourself. I don't know how to read.
Yeah, Sam is not literate, internet literate. Dom, what are you talking about?
Okay, look,
I'm not-
Okay, fine.
You guys spent 30 minutes trying to teach me how to start OBS today. Okay,
That's-
don't even.
Yeah, that's right. Anyways, okay, a little bit of us, enough to where we can just like give the speaking points on the Web Patriot Act, which is like it's legit. Like I know we already live in a surveillance state. This is the
It's
most
bad.
explicit form I've seen the government try to pass it on ever. They're literally just saying we're gonna monitor everything we're doing. How is this like any different to China's fucking surveillance system?
It's not at all. It's the same sort of thing.
Oh, we
It's
don't
bad.
have the
because-
cool
all because of TikTok.
benefits of the what's it called? Social credit system.
Yeah, right.
All right,
Oh
I
my
got
God,
another
you
wacky news story if y'all want to hear it real fast.
All right.
Florida man arrested for slapping woman with pizza slice during argument.
I saw that.
That's crazy.
It's
Like,
wacky.
did it cut her or like was it like?
I'm reading the details right now. Oh shit, we can talk about Jonathan Majors too. That's also wacky.
Oh yeah.
So, new Marvel main villain Sam, the actor who
Oh,
plays Kang.
right.
Yeah. Turns out he was falsely accused, straight up, exonerated. Happened 24. It was like 48 hours between accusation and proven falsehood, and yet his reputation is already fucking tarnished. It's craziness.
Yeah.
I mean,
we just see the text messages, but I don't know. I
guess that's a good point. I guess he isn't proven innocent yet.
Yeah, because like I'm not trying to get into it. Like we've seen we've seen leaks of text messages. We've seen what the woman has said, but we don't know like what actually happened in the car. So I'm. Just,
I think
like,
also they claim to have video that proves it.
Yeah.
Didn't.
So.
Which
yeah,
that's the
but-
most interesting tidbit to me.
Yeah, because video is generally like pretty explicit.
Yeah, they wouldn't have said that if it showed him beating her to death. I don't know.
Well, I don't know.
Or
I mean,
I guess
I'm
they
gonna
could've
wait.
said it.
I'm gonna wait until I see more details.
That's a good call. That's a
Now
good
look
call.
at
You know what, Don?
Dawn
That's smart.
being
That's smart. You
reasonable.
know? That's intelligence.
Because it kind of happened with Johnny Depp, and I'm like, oh, so
Yeah, and then he
Yeah,
wound
but
up being...
everyone and their mother spent time watching that trial.
that
That
Don't
trial,
even-
that trial
speaking of
was
fucking
so
trials, the Gwyneth Paltrow trial. Have y'all seen this shit?
Oh,
This
for the
is
fucking
$1
Just
Yeah.
as wacky. Oh my god. Yeah, so the guy went on the stand today and started claiming he developed multiple personality disorder because she hit him in the head with a ski. He started talking about the voices in his head and the different personalities.
Bro, if I could sue someone for the voices in my head, I'd make so much money.
Dude, honestly. There's a guy
Honestly,
called
all you gotta
Garage Ninja.
do
He keeps
is
trying to
take
get
just a
out.
whole bunch of bennies and then, contact the Hat Man. Wait, do you guys know about that?
The
The
what?
Hat Man? No.
Okay, do you know what Benadryl is?
It's a drug, right?
Benadryl? Yeah, I know what Benadryl is.
It's if you have allergies, it's really good.
I have
Fight
them
the
with pretty much anything that exists.
If you take a lot of Benadryls, talk about like 20 of them,
Oh no.
you'll hallucinate really bad because there's a hallucinogen in it.
Yeah.
I don't
Isn't
remember
that
what it's
how they
called.
make lean with Benadryl, right? Or is it, no, that's
No.
Cosir. Never mind.
No.
Concert,
Yeah.
it's codeine.
It's like codeine,
Yeah,
promethazine.
But the one thing that everyone sees is the Hat Man. It's
Yeah,
just a
so-
guy with a hat.
It's the spirit of Benadryl.
Oh, is that like
yeah.
is that like the have you seen this man in your dreams kind of thing?
Yeah,
Like, we're
except
all the
it's-
people.
Like
yeah.
Yep.
every single
Apparently.
person who's. Anyways, so I made a joke about that around the house, and now my aunt, she teaches first graders, but she mentioned the Hat Man in front of a whole bunch of parents, and
No.
the parents just gave her this dead look.
No.
No, someone's
Yeah.
been taking a lot of Benadryl.
Uh-oh.
Someone knows.
Party animal. That's craziness. Okay. Any more wacky news stories? Anyone got anything else? We'll actually make a comprehensive list before we do this next time.
Yeah. I think we can just go into
So, last thing,
recommendations, right?
recommendations. Yeah. So, Sam, you missed me and don't talk about this. Our last thing is going to be each of us recommending something we saw this week, like a video game, an anime, a movie, a TV show, whatever.
I actually
Upload.
have something.
Okay, hit us up.
Well, I'll go last because I can't remember the name of it.
Okay, fair enough. Don, you want to go?
Yeah. One of my favorite manga just returned. It's called Soso no Freeman, or Freeman Beyond Journeys on.
I think I've read this one. This is the one about the elf that.
Yeah,
like,
it's
at
about
a
it's about
party,
the elf in a
Yeah.
fantasy setting. She's like ages very old.
Outlives everyone, and
Yeah,
it's just
so
like,
she
Yeah.
doesn't
horrible
ever
about it.
really consider like the fragility of life because she's like
I
thousands
read
of
it. It
years
was good.
old. Yeah.
I
so-
read a couple issues of it and
Yeah,
thought it was
it's
good.
just
I
returned.
didn't really
Anime coming out by the in fall 2023, I believe. It's a pretty good cast. The manga itself is pretty damn good. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Glad it's back. So
All right,
give it a
weeaboos.
Okay. True Detective. Going from Don's degenerosity to mine. I just watched season 1 of True Detective. It
Fucking
was
amazing.
Really good.
Really fucking good.
Really good. I didn't expect it because it's Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey.
I'm shocked
just-
you've never seen that before, Sam.
You know, everyone says it's right up my alley, so I
It is.
refuse to watch it. And then
Oh, of course.
one of my buddies like,
It's
"Well, it
such a
takes
movie.
place in Louisiana." I'm like, all right,
That's
you
such a
had me.
movie,
I
man.
have to do it.
Have you
Yeah.
watched The Last of Us yet, Sam? The show?
Huh? No. I should. I mean, I
But
know what
before the next
happens.
podcast, that's your homework because I would love to talk to you about it on the show. You are you're a fan of the game, right? The first
Yeah.
one. Yeah. I would love to hear your. I think the TV show is better than the game, and I would like to talk to someone who's also played the game about it. 'Cause,
Also, since something came back, Tower of God is back.
I'm still
Oh.
not caught up on that.
It's out of hiatus again.
Yeah,
it
it's out of
is.
hiatus.
I'm
This time
s-
it was because like a whole bunch of people quit, and
Yeah.
so he had to do everything by himself.
I'm
again.
so behind on Tower of God. I haven't read it in so long. Might
It
be a
actually
year.
got good once they got off the train. It got
Again?
really good again. Huh?
Wow.
No. So they were on the train for a long time,
Yeah.
and then they started the arc where they're fighting the Lopobia people.
Yeah.
That arc, as it goes on, just gets better and better and better.
Okay, interesting.
I might pick it
I'm
back
on the
up then.
train right now where I am, so don't spoil it for me. Okay, I got a recommendation though. Dungeons and Dragons, the Honor Among Thieves. I saw this movie a week ago at an advanced screening because I signed up for these, and I fucking love it. But it's on track to bomb at the box office, because of the fucking Mario movie. And I want to rant about this for a little bit. I talked about it in my review, but I am a huge fantasy nerd. Don, Sam, can y'all attest to how much fucking degenerate fantasy shit I read?
I've never seen you read a fantasy in my entire life. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's a good point. Fair
You
enough.
Never talk about.
How many times have
Well,
I
you've
tried
never-
to get y'all?
you've
How many times have
never
I tried
got-
to get y'all to read a book?
I don't know how to read.
That's a good point.
See,
Oh, and I know for
It's
a
not
fact-
like you have Brandon
No.
Sanderson's name tattooed across your chest.
Yeah.
I do. It's
Dude,
right here.
I still
And
have the
that's why I'm
Mistborn
talking about this.
I still have the
What?
Mistborn trilogy on my bookshelf.
It's fucking amazing, Don. But the reason I'm bringing it up is because if this D&D movie flops, a lot of these fucking guys don't know the difference between one fantasy series and another. So they would unironically not know the difference between like Mistborn and Dungeons and Dragons. So if this flops, they'll say, "Oh, well, people don't like fantasy," even though this movie's getting great reviews and stuff.
I don't know, man. Mistborn was on Fortnite. Or no, was it Mistborn or
wasn't
Stormlight
Fortnite.
Archives?
Yeah,
I
it was
can't
Mistborn.
remember.
It was Mistborn.
Yeah.
Fucking forgot about that, Don. That was insanity. So there is already a Mistborn movie being made, or allegedly. But I'm worried if this fucking Dungeons and Dragons movie flops. That let's look at how it's doing. But anyway, it's very, very good. I liked it a lot. It's shockingly good. I thought for sure any Dungeons and Dragons movie would be bad. My immediate reaction was, "Oh, that's not going to be good," and I was pleasantly surprised.
I mean, even with Chris Pine,
it was fun,
he takes some stinkers.
likable, super good. It actually has a pretty good heart, although I think some of the
I saw your review on it. Don't worry.
Really? Okay, cool.
I even left a like.
Really? There you go.
Did you like, comment, and subscribe though?
I did not comment. I don't usually comment.
Oh, there's your problem, Sam.
And
I wonder
I've
I
been
didn't know.
subscribed. Well, I was gonna mention what was it? The Tomb of Annihilation. Like, did they go to the Tomb of Annihilation?
They don't go. Okay, I'll say this. They go to Neverwinter, which is like that's where the movie is set. Is Neverwinter, which is like the big D&D city. I said it in the review, but we see a slime, a gelatinous cube, and a mimic, and those are my two things I wanted to see. Yeah, it's funny. The movie feels like, you know, you've got your standard cast of like goofy characters. Like you've got the wizard who can't cast spells very well, and he sucks at being a wizard. You've got the leader who doesn't do anything but be charismatic. Is often getting people
just Max's charisma and everything else.
Yes,
suffers.
exactly. And he like literally there's a whole sequence where they try to justify his purpose outside of that. It's really funny.
Just a role play god.
A barbarian who isn't very smart and just swings swords. And a fey changeling who hates humans, which I thought that was the one thing I won't spoil, but that was the one thing I thought they didn't really do. She says, "Oh, I hate humans," and then proceeds to hang out with humans and not say anything for the rest of the movie. And then at the end goes, "Oh, I kind of like humans now." It was like such a non-arc. Just like didn't work.
Can't
for me
have
at
it all in a movie.
Oh, I could have written. You could have written two lines of
if
dialogue.
If you have me write a D&D movie, I'm putting in so much nonsensical shit. It'll be just as bad as the 2000
Sam,
D&D movie.
I had considered for my YouTube channel writing a D&D movie for a while, and before they announced this. So if I'm considering writing a sequel for it, so if you end up seeing this, we should collaborate the script.
Okay,
I think it would be fun as fuck.
in.
Yeah, I figured that would be really fun. So, people who watch my channel for the movie writing, put a pin in that. That is something that's been on my radar. I think we should do Stride. I think it'd be fucking hilarious to have a goofy, zany party go into Stride, play Stride completely straight, and keep the party silly. I think that would be fun as fuck.
I'm sad we never finished that. No.
Yeah, I love that campaign. We can't really get into that here.
But-
Yeah.
I think it'd be really
Fame.
fun doing just a game for Settlers of Catan. Like,
Dude, all I say
Make
is
a
this.
movie
If
out
this
of that.
channel...
His sister goes so hard with Settlers of Catan.
Oh my god, she's
I-
fucking ruthless.
dude, I'm just saying, I have offered top for some sheep.
Bro,
'Cause-
if we can get an online thing of Settlers of Catan,
My sister knows the lore. Like, we should do that on the stream one night. That would actually be fun.
Well,
And there is online
what-
Settlers of Catan. Settlers of Catan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be a good stream idea.
Alright. Any other recommendations?
Dude, my
That's
balls
all.
are
I think one for
fucking
each of us. We
bloated
gotta
right
save
now. I
some
need
for
to
next week.
piss.
I did too.
All right, okay. So let's go ahead and wrap it up. Okay, I am Bjorn. They're Don and Sam. Thank you for watching Masocast. This is totally our
Episode
first
one.
episode, guys.
Episode
We've never
one.
done
Yeah,
one
totally our first
episode.
episode.
Yeah, we've never done it before. Like and
Speaking of-
subscribe. Leave a comment.
Hold on.
Drink a Shiner.
Should we do a what's it called? Should we
what?
do an April Anarchy episode?
What's April
Yes.
Anarchy?
Because we did miss
It's
March
like
Madness,
March Madness,
but it's
but-
in April.
but we redo it and make it funny this time.
Yeah, and also
We
like
put
the
better
audios,
things on the list.
Actually, and we
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
We go back to the old style, where we do
Yes.
3 categories in the wild card
Yes.
category.
Yeah, I agree
No
with that.
categories. It's just we
No,
each
we
choose
need to
10
put-
things we like.
We need to put Sneeko and J.K. Rowling. We made a mistake not including
Wait.
Sneeko.
We each need 5 things that we like and 5 things that we don't like. And then we randomize them and put them in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's like things we like versus things we don't like.
Now, the thing I just like doing the categories because you have the regions.
I liked like last time I did villains and we had like Anton Chigurh and Thanos going up against like fucking coronavirus and they were just fucking
Yeah.
zany.
Like,
I still
'cause we had
contend
one
that
section
Thanos
that was
beat
just like
coronavirus. He
grievances.
could have snapped it out of existence.
Okay, so we calling it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so real fast, let me finish doing an outro. Remember, leave a comment and degrade Dawn. I want to see A lot of comments. If you made it to the end of this video, write a comment disparaging Don. Really go at him. I want to see you go right for the throat.